What is happening here in our local real estate market? Hey, I'm Trey Dobie with Dobie Real Estate, here with a quick market update recap of what happened in July of 2022. So home sales were down. If you're watching the national news, you may see that the housing market is crashing. You see all this stuff about interest rates going up, then you see something about interest rates going down. So what's really happening in our market? Here locally in Southwest Indiana, the 8 counties that we focus on, which is Vanderburgh, Warrick, Spencer, Dubois, Pike, and Gibson counties, we saw an almost 14% decrease in the number of homes sold in July of this year compared to the July of last year. Last year there was right around 494 homes sold. This year was 427 homes that sold. So a 14% decrease, which would make people think, oh my goodness, the housing market is crashing. But it's not quite that simple. Our days on market did actually tick up just a hair. It was 13 days on average to sell a house this year compared to 12 of last year. However, our average sales price is continuing to go up. Our average sales price in July was $233,000, which was an 8% increase compared to last year. So if you say sales are down, days on market is up, how are prices possibly still going up? Because that's what people are saying. People are saying, hey, I'm going to hold off on buying right now because I'm waiting for prices to drop. And we've been saying prices are not going to drop, even if sales slow down. Why is that? Because ultimately the number of homes listed for sale decreased as well. As I mentioned, sales were down 13% and the number of homes listed for sale was down almost 14%. Last year we had 633 homes listed for sale. This year we had just shy of 500 homes listed for sale. So inventory, it's been our pain for multiple years, and here it is, the housing market, sales are slowing down. You would expect inventory to grow, but we had no growth in inventory in the month of July. In fact, there's still just 1.1 month supply of homes, which was the exact same number we saw in June. To be a balanced market where it's neither a seller's market or a buyer's market, you need 6 months supply, and we're at 1.1 months. I believe the average historically is right around 4 months supply. So we're still extremely low, which is causing home values to continue to go up despite the market slowing down and interest rates going up. Speaking of interest rates, we saw interest rates hit almost 6% right around 5 to 6 weeks ago. Since then, it's been on a decline. In fact, the Fed raised their rate by 0.75% about a week ago, and actually interest rates here locally went down when that happened, and we're now seeing interest rates almost as low as 5%. When you see 5%, you may think that's high compared to the last few years, and it may seem high. However, historically, it is still very, very low. In the 70s and 80s, there was interest rates around 17%. When I bought my first house back in the mid-2000s, I was at 6%, and I thought I got a heck of a deal at the time. We've just been extremely spoiled over the last 10 to 15 years with really low rates. So 5% is still a very good number. If you're thinking about buying, it may be a time to act right now since rates are down almost 1% from what they were just 6 weeks ago. 1% difference in a mortgage rate affects your affordability by 10%. So if you were on the bubble and you decided not to buy because rates grew to 6%, maybe it's time to revisit that now that rates are down at 5%. Now, most people are expecting interest rates to grow throughout the year. So if that's the case, it's a good time to buy now because you're going to lock in at that lower interest rates. But the experts are not always right. Rates could go down in the future. However, there's a term that a mortgage lender we work with, he's using the term marry the mortgage and date the rate. So what does that mean? That means buy the house now and date the rate. So you're locking in 5% if they do go up, which would be a good thing. However, if you buy now at 5% and let's say they do go down over the next 6 months to a year, you can always refinance and get that lower rate. So if you have any questions about your specific situation or the real estate market, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I'm Trey with Dobie Real Estate, and I hope you have a great day.